Benny was a fellow years ago. He wanted in the worst way to be a magician. He kept on going around to all these magicians, trying to get apprenticed. Nobody would work with him. Finally, he comes up, one magician says, okay, I'll take you on as an apprentice, but there's one thing that you've got to do. He says, all magicians, he says, nowadays, he says, wear nice, full beards. He says, you cannot shave anymore until you grow a nice, full beard. Benny says, that don't sound too bad. It's worth a shot. I've been trying to get to be a magician for a long time. 4 days goes by. Benny's getting a nice little stubble on his face. He can't stand it no more. Comes in on the 5th day, he's clean shaved. Magician looks at him, he says, Benny, I told you not to shave. Now, if you want to be a magician, you've got to grow this beard. Benny said, but I couldn't stand it anymore. Magician says to him, Benny, if you want to be a magician, you got to grow the beard. Benny goes out. 5 more days goes by. He comes back in with a nice full beard or stubble again. Can't stand it. Shaves it off. Comes back in next day. The magician loses his mind over this. He says, Benny, I told you you could not shave. You got to have that beard to be a magician. He says, I'll tell you what. He says, I'm going to fix you. He says, I think you got some real talent. He says, now you're going to grow this beard. He says, you're not going to shave anymore. He says, because if you do, you will never have to worry about shaving again. I'm going to turn you into an urn. He says, I'll sit you over there in that corner, throw some dirt in you, and I'll stick a plant in you, and that's where you'll stay till the end of time. Benny's really worried about this. He lets the beard start growing. 10 days goes by. Beard's still growing. It's driving him crazy. 2 weeks goes by. He can't stand it anymore. Comes in clean shaven. Magician says to him, all right. He says, that's it. He says, I warned you what was going to happen. You shaved. I was going to turn you into an urn. Magician says a few magic words, snaps his finger, and bam, old Benny turns into an urn. Anybody know what the moral of this story is? A Benny shaved is a Benny earned.